Okay, so we're starting to work on our budget project. Let me pull up my Excel. I started this. So on your budget project, you're going to have several different categories. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so this is just kind of a basic, so I can show you some stuff real quick. So you're going to have a tab that's total budget, and then you're going to have tabs for all of your other stuff. So there are a bunch of categories. You have your job, you have your housing. I lumped all the expenses into bills. So on this one, if I click on that, I have utilities like water, gas, electric, also my streaming services. Transportation, you'll have a tab for food. You'll have a tab for, there's part on the total budget where you need to plan for the future. So you're going to have like a savings account. And then also like an entertainment one. So in that one, we're going to save for vacation, that kind of stuff. So you'll have tabs for all of those. But this is just so I can show you what we're doing right now. So, okay. So I have my one page that's my total budget. And what I want to do is I don't want to have to go in here and type in all this other stuff and then come back here and type it, because that defeats the whole point of using Excel, because the whole point of using Excel is that it does stuff for us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, let's say, job. Okay, so I'm going to pretend, so this is, you would fill out all the information, like what is it? Like maybe I'm a software engineer and maybe I got a job at, whatever company, address is 123, whatever street, the details. So my yearly salary, let me put salary in there too. So let's say that I am, and this is like your starting salary, like fresh out of school. So let's say as a software engineer, I don't really know what they make, so I'm going to pretend, I'm going to say 125,000. We're going to assume that about 25% gets taken out. Part of that's going to be your federal income tax. Part of it's going to be Social Security. Part of it will be Medicare. We're in Texas, so there's no state income tax. So we're just going to assume 25%. So my net monthly then is going to be, I'm going to take my yearly, I'm going to divide it by 12. So this will be equals this divided by 12. The taxes are going to be this 25% times that, right? Is that right? Yes. Notice I typed in 12 on this one, but I didn't type in the number because I want this, if I change, so like let's say I made 150,000. I want this to automatically update on its own. I don't want to have to touch anything. So basically this is going to be an input. So I can go ahead and color that. Ta-da, that's my input. So my taxes, I'm going to go equals 25% times this one. And then for my gross monthly, I'm just going to take whatever I made minus my taxes. That's what I'm getting per month. Okay. I could actually put a box around that. So let's hold it right there. So then like if I go to my housing, okay, so I have rent. I already put this in as $1,200. I'd make this prettier, like make some things bold, maybe put some lines or something. Okay, so I'm spending $1,200 in rent. Insurance, like you can get renter's insurance if you want to. Like if you own a house, then you get homeowner's insurance. But if you rent like an apartment, you could get renter's insurance. That way if your place gets broken into or if there's a fire or whatever, that'll take care of your stuff. Okay, so I put some bills in. I'm just making numbers because this is just to show you. So most apartments don't offer gas in this area, probably because it's a safety hazard. So, and some apartment complexes will have like internet included or water included. I'm pretending this one didn't. So if I add up all my expenses, so I'm going to go sum, add those up. I have that. Streaming services, I'm going to go sum. And I'm pretending I got Amazon and Netflix. Netflix went up, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm paying. I need to look, but I'm just pretending 14. I need CBS All Access because they got Star Trek, just saying. Okay. So these are my little expenses, and you would do this on all of the sheets. One that I am going to do is transportation. So this one, you're going to assume that you're buying a car. So we're going to use the payment calculator like we've been doing. So my amount, I'm buying me an SUV. I think in the project, it's like, you're buying a $30,000 car. I don't remember. You have to look at the project. Okay, interest, I'm saying 0.5%. I'm paying it off over 6 years. Notice that all of these are just numbers. They don't have any units. This percent is more of a format, not a unit. Okay, so then rate is my interest divided by 12. Number of payment periods is this times 12. Oops. this times 12. And then my payment, I'm using the same formula that I've been using, PMT. Once my rate, period, present value. I'm assuming that I'm paying it all the way off. Okay, so this is my payment. My insurance, because I'm making a payment, I have to get full coverage. I'm going to say that it's $175 a month, and maybe I'm spending $40, or no, I'm spending like $60 a month in gas. Okay, so my total expense then is going to be this. I'm going to go equals my payment. In this case, it already made this negative for me. See how it's parentheses and it's that? I want that to be positive. So I'm going to do this plus this plus. And I'm going to open parentheses. I'm going to hit my minus sign and this. So it's $1,024. If I had just added these up, so if I had gone equals this plus this plus this, it would have been less than my payment. So you got to watch the negative signs on this. This red with the parentheses is automatically a negative sign. That's Excel's way of saying, hey, it's negative. Okay, so that's my expenses. So now if I go back to my total budget, so I have all of these things and I want to fill these out. So I'm going to put monthly up here. But again, I don't want to have to click over here and write everything. Yeah, I'm going to do the total on this one because I didn't. So what I want to do is I want to refer back to these cells, but these cells are on a different sheet. But that's okay. Excel doesn't really care. So I'm going to go equals. I'm going to click over here on my housing tab because I'm under housing. And I'm going to click on my total. Notice up here it says equals housing exclamation point. That's telling it which of my tabs to use. So housing exclamation point D9. So if I hit enter, it automatically puts that in there. So notice this is $1,250. If I go to housing, if I change this to $1,300, if I go back, it automatically updated. So that's why I want to refer, because I want to be able to change, like maybe I got a cheaper apartment. It automatically updates. I don't have to type anything else. Like I put my input, wherever my input's supposed to go, everything else updates by itself. So utilities, I'm going to go equals. I'm going to go over to my bill section. I'm going to click on this one. See, notice it says bills exclamation point D10. I hit enter. It already puts it in. Streaming services. I go equal. That's on the bills again. Click on that. Puts it in there. Transportation, same thing. I go equals. Oops, I hit something wrong. I go equals. Click on transportation. I click on the total and I hit enter. So this is all there. Now notice this is just kind of a formatting thing. This is formatted for dollars. This is just formatted for general numbers. See this right up here? You can have it either way. It's good to have everything the same format. So if I go here, I can go up to here and I can go currency and it'll put it all like dollars. Or you could put it all a general number and that would be fine too. Okay, so then I don't have the tabs down here, but I would do the same for all of these tabs. So then my total expenses, I would go equals sum. I would add all these up. Close parentheses. That's my total expenses. Now it says income. So I'm going to go equals. I'm going to click over on my jobs tab. I'm going to click on that. And that's that. Again, this one didn't format as a currency, so I can go up there. I could just click that dollar sign, or I could do the drop down thing. Okay, so that's it for this one. I'm going to talk about conditional formatting in a minute, but for right now, this is what I wanted to show you. So basically, the whole point of this is that in the budget project, you're going to have tabs for the different categories. And when you update your total budget table, you want it to refer to that category. So you want to refer to these other sheets instead of having to type the numbers. If you type the numbers in, I'm not going to count it as correct. So the whole point of the Excel is to make Excel do the math. So if you're not making Excel do the math, you're really not doing anything. I mean, you could type tables in Word or something like that. The whole point of Excel, it is your calculator. You're making it do the work. So you have to make it do the work if you want to get credit. Yay.